what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Match TV. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Match TV. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Match TV. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Paul Match TV. What we gotta watch, what we gotta watch. Yeah, buddy, that's right. Get exposure right now. Holler at the homie Paul Mash, man, for Paul Mash TV. Hit up Paul Mash TV across all social media sites, alright? Who we got next? Got next.
Well, hello everybody. It's Paul Mash TV time again. I'm Paul Mash, your host, of course, and we're glad that you could join us. And we got another great interview coming up in just a minute. But before we do, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell there if you're watching us on YouTube. And you'll always get the latest interviews whenever they become available. And check the comment section. We have links to our caps and t-shirts, and you can write your own comment. Let us know what you think. And don't forget to check us out every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Central on Roku, because I'll be on it, and it's the channel Grind City Network. And if you don't have Roku, you can watch us online, grindcity.biz, B-I-Z. And we have an online player there for you to watch it. And you can also download the Grind City app on Google Play. And you can email us at paulmashtv, all one word, at gmail.com. And remember, it's not just for fans, it's for bands and solo artists wanting to be on the show, so we'll tell you how to do that. And our Facebook page is facebook.com/PaulMashTV. You can like the page and comment on what you see and, inbox and so forth. And there's an official web address as well. And we'll repeat all that for you in the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. In just a moment, we're going to have Paul Allen. He's from Chillicothe, Ohio. And I think you're really going to enjoy listening to this person and the song that comes on after it. And we'll get to that in just a second. But first, here's another quick word from Click Jam. Don't go away.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me, thinking about what could.
All right, everybody, it's time for interview time, and with us from Chillicothe, Ohio, is Paul Allen. Thanks for joining us, Paul.
Hey, thanks for having us, man. I really appreciate you sending out the invite to be on your show.
Yeah, no problem. We're glad to have you on here today. And why don't you start by telling us how you began as a musician? I'm sure it's an interesting story anyway.
Yeah. Well, it begins out like most country artists, really. 10, 11 years old. We grew up in church. My daddy's a preacher, and both my brothers are preachers. And so we grew up in church playing music every week. It's just what we did. And so just at a young age, man, it was just something I gravitated towards. I loved the singing and the playing, and that's how I learned right there in the church. Just sitting there, I was a little kid. I used to bring my own little guitar to church, and I'd sit up on the front pew, and my Uncle Butch, he would always play on the platform with his guitar, and I would sit there all service and just try to do everything he did on his guitar, and I just fell in love with it, man, and never quit doing it.
Okay, yeah, that is a pretty good story, and I'm glad you found your passion in life. That's what it's all about. Why don't you tell us some of your influence? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of country artists that influence you in your songwriting and so forth.
Oh yeah, man. Of course, growing up in the '90s, probably the biggest influence would be Garth Brooks. I mean, as a young kid, man, he was just the thing. And of course, I'm at the age where George Strait was still the king, But when Garth Brooks came along, man, he was, he put on that real good show, and all the lights and the jumping around and everything. So he was a real big influence on how I like to perform today. And George Strait and some old timers like that really got me into loving the writing part of it, because the way they write is so simple and so from the heart. Made you want to try it and do it, you know.
Yeah, and obviously Garth Brooks, like you said, he's pretty good, and George Strait, like you said, it's really the legends that really come out and stand out in your mind. So
Oh, yeah.
um, why don't you tell us about where we can find your music? I'm sure it's on all streaming platforms, but I don't know if you have any physical copies. But if you do, you can let us know that.
Yeah, well, we don't have any physical copies yet, but all of our music is available wherever you buy and stream your music. We do have verified artist pages on Spotify and Apple Music. So if you go to, if you have any one of those, you can just look up Paul Allen, and we'll be on there. You just follow our page, and especially on Spotify, that really helps us out. And we've got a special playlist on there that's got our songs included on there, and then some of the favorites, some of my favorite old ones as well. So you can get on there and follow the playlist and stuff like that. But it's definitely available anywhere you buy or stream your music. You can find our songs.
Okay.
And as far as keeping up with me, we do have a Facebook group, Paul Allen Music. So it's open to the public. So just get on Facebook and type in Paul Allen Music, and you'll find us there.
Okay. Well, everybody go out there and check out Paul Allen's music. I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
And speaking I'm sorry.
We got 2 new singles fixing to come out probably in less than 2 weeks. So yeah, make sure you go out there and find us somewhere. That way you'll be notified when our new music drops this month.
Okay. Well, we'll be sure to do that. And speaking of music, I guess we're getting ready to watch a music video from you. Maybe you can tell us the name of it and if there's a story behind it.
This song's called "This Old Cowboy Hat," and it was the first single that I had written and released. And it's basically just about hanging on to things that make you remind you of people in your life that you've loved and lost, and passing things down to your children, even if something as simple, as a cowboy hat or a belt buckle. It's sometimes that's just all you need to keep their memories alive. And that's kind of what this song's about. It's about an old cowboy hat being passed down, but it's what's underneath that hat that makes it special. The dad that wore it, that passed it down to his son, that had all the sweat and blood and tears running through it from running farms and stuff, and now it belongs to the son. So it's a really good song. I think everybody would enjoy it.
Okay. Yeah, I figured it was self-explanatory, and it sounds like that. But you are true. There's some people that just like to hold on to things like that they can always cherish when they get older. And we're going to watch that in just a minute. But Paul, I want to thank you again for showing up today, and we enjoyed talking to you. And maybe one day in the future we'll have you back on for another interview if you'd like to do that.
Absolutely, man. Looking forward to it.
Okay, and here's This Old Cowboy Hat, I think you said it was called?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's watch that from Paul Allen right here on Paul Mash TV. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
It was just an old cowboy hat, dirt on the front, a hole in the back. Daddy didn't mind, he wore it all the time. I remember he would set it down, I put it on and run around acting like I was John Wayne. He just smiled and put me on his knee. Said, son, granddaddy gave his hat to me. I hope someday I can pass it down. You can still wear it proud. Under that old cowboy hat is 100 years that go straight back to the Southland. You can't go back to yesterday, but I can't seem to let it go. Well, I'm feeling strong when I put it on this old cowboy hat. Still wear that old hat around. I put it on and drive to town. Windows down, people stop and stare. But somewhere in that country air, well, I feel like you're sitting right there in the passenger seat, right next to me. So I just smile and I wave my hand. I don't expect them to understand the pride I feel down deep inside every time I take that ride. 'Cause under that old cowboy hat is 100 years that go straight back to the Southland where we were raised, man. And I know they say times have changed. You can't go back to yesterday, but I can't seem to let it go. I'm feeling strong when I put it on this old cowboy hat. Yeah, I hope someday I can pass it down and my girls will wear it around. I hope they still feel the pride that I feel inside. 'Cause under that old cowboy's hat is 100 years that go straight back to the Southland where we were raised, man. Well, I know they say times have changed. You can't go back to yesterday, but I can't seem to let it go. I'm feeling strong when I put it on this old cowboy hat. Yeah, feeling strong when I put it on this old cowboy hat.